slow motion, and the ball kids, they were throwing the balls to Venus to serve. And I think Karolina Sprem didn't know what was happening, but I guess you just take an extra point for yourself.
Do you? Let me ask you, what would you do if you're in the circumstances in Sprem's shoes and you suspect the chair has made a mistake and given you a point in the tiebreak you didn't deserve? You would say nothing as she did?
Well, I was always very fair, but I think at that time, and you're about to beat Venus Williams in the second round, but
you take the point. You take the point and say thank you very much?
I wouldn't. No, I don't think so. I would not take the point, but just kind of realize it just happens everything so quickly when you're out there, and just Venus was ready to serve at 3-2, and I believe that 1 point doesn't matter, but at that crucial time, it can turn around matches.
Would you handle it as graciously as Venus did and her father Richard did?
I probably wouldn't, but I would try not to lose scores at that crucial time.
Karolina Sprem, meanwhile, we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that she played a terrific match, and you say we're going to hear a lot from her in the future.
Definitely we will.
She is on into the third round. We'll hear more from her in this Wimbledon fortnight. We're going to hear a lot more about this controversy. More reaction coming up. We'll take you back to Martina Navratilova versus Dulko after this.
The way it turns out in the tiebreak is she just served the 1 point. It's actually 2-1. For you, and she ended up just serving the 1 point on that side and made it. They said 3-2, and then you both went to the side you thought was right, and then you ended up going back over to the other side and you serving after she just basically served from one side. I guess that was all part of the confusion a bit.
That's pretty much what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was. You had no instinct at any point to sort of question it, or.
Well, yes, but I just didn't want to lose my focus, and a lot of times. Like I said, I just felt that maybe I had lost track. I couldn't be sure, but it did seem... I thought I remembered her only having one serve, but then again, it's a long time ago now, so...
You have all the attributes, but do you still want it anymore? Do you really... Are you hungry for it? Or you just playing for fun now?
What do you think?
You just...
I don't know. I think you should just write what you think, but I fight very hard, even if I'm well or not well or injured or have had setbacks. I still do very, very well, and unfortunately this won't be my event, but I'll be ready for the next one.
What's your frame of mind now? Are you angry, disappointed, determined?
I just think from here I need to figure out what I did wrong and not make the same mistake twice.
She remains remarkably upbeat after her first loss in the second round of a major since her very first Grand Slam event back in 1997 at Roland Garros. And her father, Richard, seems amazingly upbeat as well, talking about going back and regrouping for the U.S. Open, and you'd have to assume the other tournaments leading up to it this summer. But this is a very disappointing loss for Venus Williams. In the meantime, Karolina Sprem, it's the win of her life as she walks into the press conference now after beating Venus Williams 7-6, 7-6 in the wackiest tiebreaker history. Here's Sprem.
Good evening. Can I introduce Karolina Sprem? Who'd like to ask the first question?
Karolina, the complete mess in the tiebreak, in the second tiebreak, did you understand that the chair umpire had made a big mistake when he called the score wrong?
I don't know. I was confused, and Venus, she took the ball and she started to serve, and I just go to the next side and I want to return, and that's all. I didn't think about this.
So it was 1-2, and then you hit a ball in the net, a first serve in the you hit a fault, and he called 2-2.
Like I say, I didn't think about this. I was like 100% in the match, and I was just want to play. I didn't.
So what was the key to your victory today? What was the key?
I was playing against her before 1 month, and I have in third set I had like 3-0, and I lost this match. And today I was just going on the court, and I was just want to do the best where I can and hit the ball and play 100%, play my tennis, and I was want to win, and that's the key.
Karolina, where were you trying to attack her? Were you consciously trying to take apart her forehand? I think she had like.
I was playing everything with what I can, like I said, like go on the net, hit the first serve, hit the ball, everything. What I was trying to hit.
Do you think her stature in the women's game has come down in the last year?
Why say this?
Well, she hasn't reached...
Because I beat her.
Well, no. I mean, did you have confidence, in other words, to go out? She hasn't reached the semifinal in a Grand Slam in a year. Your confidence going out there?
I didn't think about this. I play against her, like I said, before 1 month, and I lose this match. And today I was just want to go on the court. I was playing first time on the center court. It's my second time that I was playing on Wimbledon, and I was just want to show my game, and that's it.
Karolina, when you played her in Berlin,
yeah,
did you feel like you should have won that match and you let it get away?
If you have 3-love in the third set, then yeah, I was feeling that I need to win this match, but I lose it. But that's the tennis, that's the game. So.
And when she hurt her ankle, did it change the way you played her from that point on?
No, I didn't.
So Karolina Sprem, very excited about the biggest win of her career, their first win ever over a top 10 player, Venus Williams at Wimbledon, no less. She's on into the next round. And like Venus Williams, she said that she was just too immersed mentally in the tiebreak to even notice the mistake that had been made by the chair umpire. One man who certainly has jurisdiction over this tournament in general is the tournament referee, Alan Mills. Here's a portion of his interview with Sue Barker of the BBC.
We've had a huge story on centre court just a few moments ago, which saw Venus Williams go out of the championships. The umpire basically getting the score wrong in the tiebreak, and it wasn't corrected, and Karolina Sprem went through, being joined by a very busy man, Alan Mills. And he just told me he's trying to get an order of play out, but of course this has distracted you somewhat. What do you make of that, Alan?
Well, I just watched the replay on the tape, and obviously the umpire did make a mistake. He either didn't hear the call from the linesperson, centre service linesperson, because it was an obvious out call. Sprem actually returned the ball, hit a winner, got applause from the crowd as well. Mm-hmm. Whether the umpire did not hear the call of out, I don't know, but then he called 2-all. Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll just show it again.
But then he went back again.
I know.
She served the second serve.
Yeah, in case people didn't see it the first time, here we go again. It's 2-1 in the tiebreak.
There's the call of fault.
Mm-hmm.
2-all. Now he's called 2-all.
But then how does he allow
She's still serving the second serve. Exactly.
To the same side. Yeah. I mean, the umpire should have noticed that he was serving to the same side. My point also, Alan, is the linesman around there, would one of them be able to go up and correct him, or is that not part of the rules of etiquette on court?
Well, I would have thought that, yes, they could go up if they realised, that there had been a mistake made. Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone would have criticised them for getting out and tapping him on the shoulder and saying, "Are you sure?" Mm. And, but what I cannot understand are the players' reactions.
They both were stunned. They both thought something was wrong. And in some ways, as I said, she's only 19 years of age, Karolina Sprem, very inexperienced. But you wouldn't expect Venus, particularly because it was against her, to get that wrong, would you?
Well, exactly. This is why I say, and it is the player's responsibility once they're on court. If they feel the score is wrong, then they challenge the chair umpire. And then he has to prove to them that he is right and they're wrong, or says, "Oh, I'm sorry, yes, I was," and changes it. But there, nothing happened. They, as you said, they look a bit perplexed. They weren't quite sure. I can't understand the fact that he called the score 2-all after the first serve and then let her serve a second serve. I mean, it's a bizarre situation. But unfortunately, the way it's happened, Venus didn't query it at the time. They played point after point afterwards, and the result, I'm afraid, stands as read.
I'm afraid Mr. Ted Watt's going to be a bit of a wanted man tonight. They're going to want some quotes from him. What happens to him now?
I delay judgment on that.
But basically the result stands.
The result stands, and I'm afraid Venus has left the tournament.
Tournament referee Alan Mills, the man who always steps on the hot seat in situations like this, but not exactly a ringing endorsement for Ted Watt, the chair umpire in this case. Mills appeared to be as baffled as anybody, but he also appeared to throw the burden of responsibility back on the two players, in particular Venus Williams, the player who was wronged by the incorrect announcement of the score. So, we've heard from both players. We've heard from Richard Williams. We've heard from Alan Mills. Where's Ted Watts at this point? But there's the reaction to the controversy that's going to be talked about for a long, long time, and a victory that Karolina Sprem will never forget, and maybe neither will Venus Williams forget this second-round loss at Wimbledon. To be continued, I promise you. We'll also now continue coverage of Martina Navratilova's second-round match with Gisela Dulko, the 19-year-old. Martina trying to get revenge for a loss to the 19-year-old at Roland Garros. Let's get back to coverage of that match. Day 4, Wimbledon 2004. We'll get you back to coverage of that Martina Navratilova, Gisela Dulko match as Martina tries to get to the third round. Earlier, we hope you saw it. It was something to remember on many fronts. Karolina Sprem, 7-6, 7-6 over Venus Williams in a tiebreak that will not be forgotten. For Sprem, it is the win of her young career. This is Karolina Sprem, who beat Venus Williams today, 7-6, 7-6 in the second round. A win that won't be forgotten around here for a long time for reasons we'll get to in a second. But this has to be your biggest thrill. You're 19 years old, yeah. Wimbledon, center court. You beat the two-time champion.
It's really something unbelievable. Before 2 days when my coach said me, you will second round, you will play against Venus, and you will probably play on the center court, and I was thinking, oh my God, on the center court, that's something special. But I was playing against Venus before 1 month, and I lost against her like 3 sets, and in finally set I have 3 low, and I lost this match. And today I was just going on the court, and I would just want to play my best tennis and hit the ball and win this match.
Well, you could understand being nervous on the center court for the first time. But you played the big points better than she did in both tiebreaks, and you let the lead in the second set slip away. Were you thinking, oh no, here we go again? Because you were up 4-1 in the second set.
Yeah, unbelievable. And I was like losing in tiebreak 6-3, and I was thinking, oh my God, we're going in the third set, and I was a little bit tired, and she was like growing up, and I was like falling down, and I was thinking, come on, no, don't let her in the third set, just win this set, and it's something special, yeah.
Well, it was very high-level tennis. You didn't look like you were falling down. You played it pretty strong. You brought up the tiebreak, which we've talked a lot about already here because it was a pretty historic mistake by the chair umpire. Let's take a look from your perspective. You've heard from Venus Williams and from Richard Williams. You can see the scoreboard behind Venus there says 2 points to 1 in favor of Venus. And you're serving here, and you obviously know the linesman calls this serve out.
Yeah.
Loud fault call, but right now the chair... It should be 2-1. He's going to say 2-all. But yet, you know the serve was out. You're serving a second serve.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So Venus gets it back, and now the chair will say
3-2 Miss Williams.
3-2 Miss Williams. It really should be 3-1. Is there any confusion at all in this point?
I was want to take the ball and serve, but the ball boy get the ball onto another side, and Venus, she take the ball and she start to serve, and I said, come on, you need to return then. So I didn't know. I was like confused, and I was like 100% in the match, and I didn't think about this.
So when you're on the court, center court in a tiebreak, you're thinking you're not listening to the score. You're thinking, of course, the chair umpire must be right.
Yeah, that's for sure. I didn't look the numbers, so I was just want to play my tennis and play the next point, and I didn't think about this.
Is it playing in your mind throughout the tiebreak? Is it in the back of your mind, do you think there's something wrong here? Or everybody seemed kind of thrown off.
Maybe I was thinking that it's something wrong, and I was like playing 3 points. I just hit the ball out in the court, but after when it was like 6-3, and I was like again 100% in the match, and I was saying just take this set because I was a little bit tired and I didn't want to go in third set.
If you did think you'd been given a point by mistake, would you say something to the chair umpire?
I was like confused. I didn't know what's happening, and I was just want to play the next point, and I didn't think about this.
Well, even after that, Venus Williams had a big lead in the tiebreak, and you're able to fight back and win it 7 points to 6, but officially 8 points to 6. So congratulations, you're in the third round of Wimbledon. You beat the two-time champion. How far can you go now? This draw is pretty open.
I don't know. I don't want to think about this. Before 3 days, I was just knowing for first round, and in second that I was playing against Venus. And if I play tomorrow, and I just want to go on the court, do my best, hit the ball again, and win the match if I can, and that's all.
You played very well. You deserved to win this match. You played better than Venus did. It may be a little bit unfortunate that folks will remember the blunder by the chair in the second set tiebreak, but that's your problem. You're on into round number 3. Karolina Sprem, congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Karolina will be a problem for her next opponent, Megan Shaughnessy, the American.